What's going on, guys? It's Coach New back in the building with another one as usual. It's going to be jam packed full of jewels. And your time is appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. It's another wild one, man. It's about a guy who shot a lady at a Taco Bell drive thru because she pulled in front of him, got there first. And then not only that, he shot himself afterwards, man. So it was a homicide, suicide at Taco Bell. Man, let's check it out.
And now to the story that so many of us are still trying to wrap our heads around.
There was a man in a black, I think he had a black T-shirt standing there. He had a gun in his hand.
I saw a man with a gun out shooting into a vehicle.
We do not at this time have the answer why this happened, and we may never know why.
Well, we are learning more about what happened before and after two people died at the drive-thru of a Stowe Taco Bell. Police say 25-year-old Megan Kellerman was killed by 53-year-old Jason Williams before he killed himself. News 5's Catherine Ross has been following this story. She's in the newsroom now with what we're learning tonight. Catherine.
All right, man. This is crazy. You already know mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, bro. And in my opinion, he had more problems going on than just her beating him to a drive-through at Taco Bell, because it happens all the time. A lot of people can't drive, first of all, anyway. So you got to be able to control your road rage, man, and emotions. You shouldn't even be tripping. Second of all, okay, she got to the drive-through before you, and the way that you handled the situation was unaliving her, then unaliving yourself, man. That's crazy. And you have more mental problems and something else that was deep rooted that you never got help for or never got the closure on. It was something that you never figured out, because all you do is wait the 2 or 3 minutes that it's going to take them to get their food, and then you pull up and get your food. So it's really not that big of a deal. And like I always say, there's nothing that a woman could be able to do to you to make you react like that, throw your whole life away, act crazy like that over something so petty. Somebody beating you through the drive-through line is petty, man. Let them order their food and get out of there, man. That's all everybody's trying to do at the drive-through 99% of the time, is order some food and go. And it's not like she was going to order the last taco. And it's just crazy because the decision making on that one, man. What you do affects you and everyone around you. He took 2 lives, the lady's life and his life, over some food, man. Which, that's insane, bro. Just find a way to control your emotions, man. And 53 years old, honestly, that's too old to be acting like that, man. And it's too old to react like that at the same time. Because it was a young lady. She was 28 years old. Okay. We already know 28-year-old women do crazy things all the time, bro. Not saying that he knew how old she was, which it really didn't matter. It comes down to him controlling his emotions, and something that petty to make him react like that, it just makes me feel like that wasn't the reason why he did that. There was another reason why he did that, and we won't ever get to know why. And at the same time, if somebody cuts you off, you don't shoot them because they beat you to the drive-through, man. It's not like, we don't know if it was a long line or not. But anyways, even if it is and you still pull into the drive-through and it's a long line, you have the patience to wait, and you wait there and you get your food. Of course, some people pull off because they get impatient for waiting, and it doesn't matter who is in front of them or not. sometimes the drive-through just is slow. Most of the time, it's pretty fast. That's why they call it fast food. So, it's an example of controlling your emotions, man, and what happens when you get in your feelings and you act off of your feelings. There's no reason for you to do that. And, just think logical, think rational, and even hunger, that's a feeling, bro. And you control your feelings as a man. You never let them control you. Don't let them get the best of you. And it was not that serious over 2 minutes, which probably, she would have got her food and got up out of there and got her food, got up out of there, whatever, man. But yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Rob, well, police say this was a short, tragic event that unfolded between two strangers, but it's really affecting the lives of so many more people. For a second day, this fast food restaurant is closed, and a community is grappling with tragedy.
There's no explanation or no reason that anything like that should ever happen.
Still, police say we may never know why it happened. Wednesday night, witnesses report a driver was upset when another car beat him to the Taco Bell drive-thru. They say 53-year-old Jason Williams rammed the back of 25-year-old Megan Kellerman's car. He then got out, shot and killed Kellerman, and then himself.
Round the back of her car, and she was 23. Okay, that's even younger, bro. That's crazy, man. You're 53 years old, or 25 years old, what they said. No mistake. Anyway, 53 years old, man. You definitely should have some type of patience built up by then. A lot of people don't. Common sense isn't too common these days. But you need to learn how to have some patience, especially in a situation so petty. So if it was a bigger situation, then man, how would he have reacted? How many other people would have lost their lives or got injured or anything? Just like the lady in the news said, so many people's lives were affected by that. Not just only those two, the woman's family, his family, if he had any. And from how he acted, I don't think he was married or had a woman or anything like that. Because if you let something like that get to you, a woman cutting you off, bro, and if you deal with women, they're gonna do stuff that rubs you the wrong way sometime. And it's all about how you control yourself after that happens, because it's something that's gonna come and go. It's gonna pass, bro. Everything, happens, and then it's really what you do after it happens. And that was a terrible decision to make in all ways, mentally, physically, spiritually, all of them. It's just crazy, man.
A lot, but that was the worst we'd ever seen. Rubber City Rescue was among the first responders at the scene Wednesday. They helped take care of Kellerman's beloved dog in the aftermath. Penny was in the car at the time. She wasn't injured, but appeared shaken up. The rescue got Penny a bath and reconnected her with her family.
The dog seemed traumatized, scared, but after I found out we were okay, it was okay.
Kellerman's love for her dog apparent in this photo provided by police. The image also showing off her cap and gown. Kellerman was a recent master's graduate from Cleveland State's business school. She was also known for her service work. Girls on the Run posting this tribute for the longtime volunteer coach. Staff there tells us she also worked with an outreach service for homeless youth. Williams' background includes recent trouble with police. Court documents show he was charged in Stowe Municipal Court with drunk driving, improperly handling a firearm, and an open container violation. The charges come from a March arrest in downtown Hudson. A police report says officers pulled Williams over on suspicion of impaired driving and then found an open bottle of liquor and a loaded handgun.
Well, he already had problems, and this is what happens when you make them kind of decisions, and then now you're not here to defend yourself anymore, and it makes you seem like you were that much more, crazy or something like that, bro, because they always bring up the negative stuff, especially after you do something so negative. Like, well, he was already doing this, doing that, got a DWI, a loaded handgun, an open bottle, And so that's why it's so important to be able to control your, your drinking too. Being sober is important. Is it cool to have a drink sometime or something like that if that's what you do? Yes, but not drinking and driving to the point where it's visible to somebody for them to pull you over, and then you make matters worse by having a handgun. And then, it seems like you shouldn't even. A lot of people don't even need to have guns, man. He probably was one of them, because that's not how you handle a situation, and it's really that's mental health that made him handle that situation like that. You know.
Open case in Summit County shows that Williams requested limited driving privileges be restored. He was scheduled for another hearing in September. Wednesday's tragedy leaves behind plenty of unanswered questions, lives lost and others changed.
Whatever happened for the reasoning for that horrible situation?
It was mental health for the reasoning for that, man. Then you say you had limited driving privileges already, so, which again, to me, that's not the straw that broke the camel's back, man. He was just waiting for a reason to do something because he already had problems that he was dealing with, and either he didn't want to deal with them or he didn't know how to deal with them in a healthy way and, get back on track to focusing on himself, doing what he had to do every day, being the best version of himself, because that definitely wasn't it. And then, taking her life, he realized he did something wrong, so he immediately took his own life because he didn't want to go to jail, deal with those consequences. He knew he shot that lady, and then he traumatized the dog too. They said the dog was shook up, so everybody was affected, man. That's crazy. And it's just a very important lesson that, how important it is to control your emotions, especially in minor situations, man. Because, again, there's no reason for that to have happened like that.
Now, I also heard from Kelman's high school alma mater, Stowe Monroe Falls, today. The superintendent there tells me that they're also mourning the loss here, and they send their condolences to Kelman's family. Now, Rubber City Rescue says that they're hoping to offer free dog trading to the Kelman family after that traumatic event. Live in the newsroom, Catherine Ross, News 5.
Man, oh man. Catherine, thank you so much for the updates.
And then, another thing, he didn't know if she had kids or anything like that. He didn't really care. What if it was a kid in the car instead of a dog or something? He would have just did that, pulled that off, which is crazy, man. So, that's why it's so important to have your mental health in check. If you need help with it, go get help with it. There's nothing wrong with getting help and working on yourself so you don't make these kind of decisions, man. Make your life worse or take your life. So it's Coach Newt, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything, but you heard me checking out these reviews. Until next time, I'm out.